Hey, Cup and Card friends, welcome back. It's Linda Z. It's that time to grab your cuppa, grab your cards, and let's dive in. So today we will be looking at the Six of Pentacles. This card is about generosity and sharing and reciprocity. That's a big word. Say that 3 times fast. Reciprocity. This is about paying it forward and giving and receiving and sharing resources. And don't forget that any gift that you give will return back to you threefold. This is also about, it's more than charity. When we look at something and you give something, this card is not about just financial donations that you're giving. This is about time, talent, and treasure. If you have the time to volunteer and help a friend or help someone who's in need, the treasure that could be financial, it could be something that you have that you no longer need. That's something I often do. I just went through our entire pantry of kitchen appliances and everything, and instead of selling them, I actually donated them. A woman had a daughter who was moving out on her own for the first time and really needed a lot of things, saucepans and pans and frying pans and some other appliances that I had. And I was more than willing to just give them to her because I hope that someone gets good use out of them. And I don't expect anything back. They were giving wholeheartedly. And that is what is important, is giving it with an open heart and no strings attached. And that's when things come back to you tenfold. And so let's look at the symbolism in the cards. So here we have a person who's standing here. And when you see this card, one of the things that you need to define is, are you the person that is giving or are you the person that is receiving in this card? So sometimes you don't want to think that you're the one that is receiving the help, but it's okay that you need help. We all need help. And again, I keep saying that it's important to give with an open heart. Because I know sometimes that if family is in need of help, that it can cause strife because you're expecting it to be paid back. But I have learned that if you give a gift, especially a financial gift with family, you shouldn't expect it back. Because it will tear a family apart if they don't pay it back because of the situation, and because you will look at them in a different light as to why they're spending their money or on things that you wouldn't. Does that make sense? I'll give an example. If you give 5 people $100, all 5 of those people are going to spend that $100 differently. Now, some may say it be in debt and use it towards their bills, and some may, oh no, I deserve this, and spend it on a new handbag or something instead of taking care of their responsibilities. So here we have the 3 people. So it's really this person and these 2 people we will consider the ones being given to. And the person standing is about wealth and experience. They have the talent, they have enough, they have the wisdom, they have struggled to get to where they are. They have learned the lessons, and now they're paying it forward. And the 2 people here asking for help stands for one's own weaknesses. And again, sometimes we see things that people don't see in regards to what got them here. You know, it could be that everything's going great and you've lost your job and now you need help with groceries or you need help with your electric bill. You know, sometimes these things happen in life, especially in this day and age. The scales here represent balance, of course, weighing the pros and cons, and if the request is sensible or futile. Again, if if you're this person and you're giving, you don't want to cast judgment on these people that you're giving to. That's why I say, if you give open-hearted and don't cast judgment. I know sometimes it's hard to do that, but once you give it, it's no longer yours to decide if it's right or wrong for what that person spends it on. You're giving it, and it's leaving your hands. So you no longer have a choice in what they do with it. They could take it and then they can go spend it on mead at the tavern and be exactly where they are again. But that's the lesson that they will have to learn. It's a lesson that you've learned because you'll know not to donate to that person anymore. But this is a harder lesson for them. And here in the back, we have a castle. Here's the castle. And the castle is saying that this person, the giving person, who feels enriched, needs to remove themselves from the busy routine and come to terms with their strengths or their weaknesses. So here we see the three people that are in front of the castle. They are quite a distance away, and they're coming to terms of the lesson that they're being taught. And the hand, I don't know if you noticed, the hand that he's giving the alms to is the same hand motion in the Hierophant card of being taught a lesson. And the sign of the blessing, again from the Hierophant card. This is saying that this person is feeling honored or holy. Not so much that he's feeling holier than thou, but he feels that he's in a position that he could do these things and help. And the 6 typically represents harmony and passivity. And the 6 of Pentacles here in the sky is about a little piece of heaven coming down to earth. So let's take a look at the cards that we have. We have the Poe Tarot, we have the Disney Villains Tarot, and the Universal Monsters Tarot. Now, I chose these decks. Well, the first one, the Poe Tarot, I wanted to show because I love Edgar Allan Poe. I'm a Baltimore girl. My best friend gave me this deck, and I love the deck. It's a very simple black and white deck, but it has bits and pieces of Poe in it, so it's really great. But I chose these 2 decks because I just can't get into them, and I need to use them, but I'll explain as I go along. So here is the Poe Tarot, and in this, instead of pentacles, he uses paws. And here we see Poe sitting here with his pet cat. From my infancy, I was noted for the docility and humanity in my disposition. And reading from the book, the guidebook, it says, despite the narrator's turn for the worse relationship with Pluto, the doomed cat in the story of The Black Cat, Edgar Allan Poe, the writer, loved cats. His beloved feline, Katerina, was a constant companion to him while he wrote. Sadly, she would pass away around the time of Poe's death. Perhaps it was of a broken heart. The key words are generosity, gifts, charity, helping others, good flow, and financial energy. Now, again, I love the decks, the Poe Tarot, because I love Edgar Allan Poe. But the reason that I chose these 3 decks is because when I look at these cards, I cannot meld with them. That I'm not feeling an energy with them. For some reason, I don't know why. This card to me, when I see this and I read this, I don't feel generosity. I don't feel sharing. I mean, I see him sitting here with his cat and little paws in the sky. And to me, this is very sweet, but I don't see anything paying it forward. And sometimes we have that with cards, and it's okay. That's the reason I wanted to share these particular cards, because sometimes we have those decks that we just don't feel that communication with, and sometimes that happens. Okay, so here is the Villains Disney Villains Tarot, and we have 6 coins on a vest. And this says, while sharing with others may not be at the top of every villain's priority list, the 6 of coins asks you to be generous. You've been very successful lately, but you didn't accomplish your goals alone. It's time to show your appreciation for those you've helped along the way and to give those less fortunate. While I wholeheartedly agree with that, this is not showing me, first off, who's the Disney villain in this? I don't know. And it doesn't say it in the guidebook. And it doesn't, again, show me any type of generosity or reciprocity or sharing or giving any gifts or anything like that. To me, this shows 6 coins on a vest like it's keeping the money close to the vest, close to the heart, almost like keeping it to himself. That's what I see when I see the coins as buttons, that it's keeping him buttoned up or keeping almost like he's the one that's being stingy or being hoarding the money. But I don't see generosity here. What do you think? And then this is the Universal Monsters Tarot. And I honestly have to say there are some cards that I really like in here. But this one just again did not do it for me. And it says the 6 of Castles is beckoning you to examine the extent of your generosity. Perhaps you've been helping friends but have neglected your own needs, or maybe you've extended charity beyond what you've been able to do. Whatever the case, if you're caring for others, be sure you're taking care of yourself as well. And one of the things that I tell my friends all the time is you can't pour from an empty cup. And I get that. But I don't think, in my opinion, that is what the 6 of Pentacles is. It's, I look at this card and I see here and I see security. I see, someone who is very well off. I don't see someone being generous. Unless there's a party going on in there and he has his friends over and he's letting them live with them for a while. I just don't see that in the card. I don't know why. I just don't. So this is really talking about the 6 of Pentacles, and I hope you got the information that I shared from the Rider-Waite-Smith card. But let me know if you have decks that you have not been able to bond with or meld with. What do you think about these? So don't forget to like and subscribe, because I will be brutally honest with the cards and reviews. And I don't know if you agree or not. And it's fine for us to agree or disagree. And we're all adults and we don't have to be mean or negative about things. And I do want to hear about your comments. So I will be posting these cards in all 4 Facebook groups that are in the descriptions. I hope that you join one or all of them. They're really great. They do tons of readings. They do all kinds of posts giving more information than you could possibly know about Sabbats and the cards and oracle cards. And they do pairings with tarot readings so that you can continue to expand your knowledge of them and practices. So I really hope that you enjoy all of the groups. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for stopping by. Bye.